Good evening and welcome to I'm Chris Parnell.
Reporting from Moscow.
Tbilisi. Times Square.
May your dreams be your only boundaries in life.
From Germantown High School's award-winning TV studio, GHS-TV, it's time for Wake Up Germantown.
Hello, and welcome to this extended edition of Wake Up Germantown. I'm Brian Scott. Joining me today are my co-anchors Jasmine Salisbury and Vontrell Thomas. Jasmine, what do we have lined up today in school news?
Well, Brian, I've got announcements for the debate team as well as upcoming auditions for the spring musical. That's in a few minutes.
We can't wait. With Vontrell, what's going on in sports?
Brian, today we'll be talking about high school and college football, as well as the Memphis Grizzlies, so stay tuned for that.
We sure will. But first, let's take a look at today's top stories. 3 police officers are on administrative leave in Alabama after video surfaced showing what some are calling excessive force. The officers were responding to a noise complaint at a Tuscaloosa apartment this weekend. The video shows 2 students being pulled out of the apartment, shoved on the ground, one of them tased and arrested. In all, 3 students were arrested: 21-year-old Brandon Williford from Collierville, 22-year-old Caroline Giddis, also from Collierville, and 22-year-old Matthew Macia of Georgia. The police chief says it's possible more officers could be placed on administrative leave as the case goes on. We now have images of a suspect involved in a shooting on Beale Street. Police say the victim was shot outside a nightclub early Monday morning. The suspect was seen leaving the scene in a black Cadillac heading down 2nd Street. He was said to be wearing a red shirt and black pants and sporting dreadlocks. This is one of 4 shootings to take place this past weekend. However, records show the incident is one of few violent acts to take place on this famous street. No arrests have been made in this shooting. Tomorrow, November the 11th, is Veterans Day. While most students see this holiday as a day off from school, the holiday has an interesting historical background. November the 11th marks the anniversary of the ceasefire of the First World War. Although official peace treaties weren't signed until the following June, each year the United States takes the time to remember and honor people who have fought to keep this country safe. One of the ways people honor veterans on this holiday is offering freebies to anyone who shows their military ID on Veterans Day. Many restaurants are offering freebies that include free food and drinks to veterans. However, a few places such as Great Clips, UFC Gyms, and Meineke are offering non-food freebies. And taking a look at what's going on around the town, the Poplar Pike Playhouse is in the middle of its much talked about production of Anne Frank and Me. But you have just 3 more chances to see it. The play tells the story of a present-day teen who is transported back to 1942 Paris and experiences the Holocaust much like Anne Frank did. The show runs through this Saturday, November 14th. You can still get tickets at the box office in C Building, or you can call 755-777-5. Do you have what it takes to be a best buddy? A national organization with chapters right here in Memphis pairs middle school, high school, and college students with a peer who is intellectually disabled. Reporter Sarah Mayers and videographer Gabriel Portillo show us how Best Buddies is blooming around the Memphis area.
Buddy pair Alex Murley and Isaiah Stuckey are looking forward to the upcoming year.
I want him to teach me how to play basketball, for sure. He's a really good shooter. And I'm sure we'll go out, go to some movies, get some lunch.
Murley and Stuckey are students at Germantown High School, one of more than 24 local schools that partake in the Best Buddies program.
So Best Buddies is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that pairs people with special needs in one-to-one friendships with their typical peers. It was started in Memphis because two mothers who had children with special needs, Melissa Todd and Kristen Barrick, saw the unjustified lack of opportunity for people with special needs in the Memphis area.
Casey Newcomb and Meredith Taylor are program directors for Memphis Best Buddies.
One of my favorite things about Best Buddies is that the relationships that are made in the buddy pairs are very natural. We like to find buddies that are interested in the same thing.
Well, he's hilarious. I love how funny he is, and I love how good at basketball he is, and he's always so happy.
There's always something for Best Buddies to do together, including an event that is a rite of passage for all teens.
We also host our prom, which is one of my favorite events. It usually happens in February or March, and it's a prom for all Best Buddies participants. And it's completely free to go as long as you participate in Best Buddies, and it is infinitely better than any prom that anyone's going to go to in high school, trust me. It's filled with karaoke, dancing, there's plenty of food, and it's just a wonderful night in honor of friendship.
But events like prom aren't possible without volunteers and donations.
Our annual gala and casino night is our biggest fundraiser of the year. This year it's hosted at the Cadre Building downtown, so it's a beautiful location right in the heart of downtown Memphis. We've got a live band, plenty of dancing, a sit-down dinner, a small presentation about Best Buddies, as well as casino-like games.
The money raised at the gala will ensure other kids like Isaiah will always have somebody that they can rely on.
Knowing that Isaiah always has a friend at school, no matter what, which is me, it's a good feeling.
She a bad buddy, and she a real good buddy.
Reporting for Wake Up Germantown, I'm Sarah Mayers.
The gala to support Best Buddies is this Saturday, November 14th. For ticket information, log on to bestbuddiestennessee.org. The holiday shopping season is upon us, and just in time, Apple is releasing the latest version of its popular iPad. AJ Cocroft looks at that and more in this month's Tech Talk. But first, Austin Carrico tests your movie knowledge in a new segment called 24 Frame Trivia.
Austin Carrico here with your first 24 frame trivia question of the year. There are moments in classic horror films that are unplanned, but seem to enhance the film. Which one of these spine-chilling lines was improvised? A, I want to play a game, from Saw. B, here's Johnny from The Shining. Or C, they're all gonna laugh at you, from Carrie. Think you know? We'll reveal the answer right after Tech Talk.
If you're a fan of the Fallout video game series, Fallout 4 is right up your alley. The game releases tomorrow, takes place in post-apocalyptic Boston. You are a lone survivor of your vault, Vault 111. Fallout 4 incorporates new mechanics the previous two games didn't have, such as armor customization and the ability to build your own base, and is expected to have more than 400 hours of gameplay and exploration. Fallout 4 won't be released until November 11th, but you can pre-order it now. Get ready for a new iPad. The new Apple iPad Pro releases this month, and the newest version truly surpasses its predecessors. With a 12.9-inch Retina display, full-size touchscreen keyboard, and a processor that's 80% faster. This device features new accessories for Apple, like the Apple Pencil and Smart Keyboard. But all these bells and whistles don't come cheap. Prices start at just under $800, but that price is expected to go down as we near the holidays. That's all the Tech Talk for now. This is AJ Cocroft signing off until next time.
Just a moment ago, we asked you which of these spine-chilling lines was improvised. Was it A, I want to play a game, from Saw? B, here's Johnny from The Shining? Or C, they're all gonna laugh at you, from Carrie? The answer? B, here's Johnny from The Shining. That's it for this edition of 24 Frame Trivia. I'm Austin Carrico.
Now, let's find out what's happening right here at Germantown High School. Jasmine Salisbury brings us today's school news.
Thanks, Brian. Attention Engineering Club members. Your $20 fee is due today to Mr. Henry in A103. You must turn in dues in order to be in the club. If you are part of the debate team, there are mandatory practices every day this week for the tournament this Saturday. You must attend every meeting in order to participate in the tournament. The Poplar Pike Playhouse is going under the sea for its next productions. Auditions for The Little Mermaid will take place Monday, November 30th after school. See Mrs. Williams, Mrs. Walls, or Mr. Danielson for more information. And finally, today's lunch will include spicy chicken sandwich, sliced turkey, entree salad, fresh fruit, chilled fruit cup, and milk. That's all the school news for today. Brian, back to you.
Thanks, Jasmine. Now, let's get an update on the world of sports, both here in Germantown and beyond. Vontrell Thomas has today's sports report.
Thanks, Brian. Let's start with college football. The red-hot Memphis Tigers, not so red-hot anymore. The team lost an ugly game in Navy, final score 45-20. They're hoping to bounce back with the win against Houston this Saturday. Houston is 9-0 on the season and is looking to continue their streak with a win against Memphis. Memphis is currently ranked number 13 in the college football playoff rankings, but that will most likely change tonight when the next rankings are released. The Tigers fall to number 25 in the AP coaches polls. On the high school sports, the season is over for our Germantown Red Devils. Friday night, they lost to Nashville's Overton High School 20-17. The Red Devils ended the season 5-6. Germantown isn't the only local team out of the playoffs. Collierville, Houston, and Cordova also lost in the first round. Turning to the NBA now. The Memphis Grizzlies are 8 games into the 2015-2016 season, and they are off to a 3-5 start. This comes after a tough match last night against Blake Griffin and the Los Angeles Clippers, where the Grizzlies lost that matchup 94-92. While they do not play tonight, Big Spain, Zebo, and the rest of our boys in blue are back at the FedEx Forum tomorrow night to take on the reigning NBA champs, the Golden State Warriors. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. That's all for sports. Brian, back to you.
Thanks, Vontrell. Now, taking a look at this week's weather. Tomorrow, you can expect scattered thunderstorms with a high of 72 and a low of 48 degrees. Thursday, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 63 and a low of 41 degrees. That's all the news from around the world and here at home. From all of us here at GHS-TV, have a great day.